say sweating, I mean, actually, I'm not exaggerating. Generally, my forehead is wet. I could feel the sweat dripping down. Guys, I'm in the toilet. I have to be quick in case someone comes. But I don't know anyone here. Books I read in February.
If Nelly didn't like him,
I'll be out.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning on vlogging, but I thought, do you know what? I feel like filming. I've got makeup on. Guys, I'm going to Nobu. Obsessed. Through work, we're going to like a work dinner Nobu situation. Never been to Nobu before. It really reminds me of Drake. I feel like he must say Nobu in one of his songs. So yeah, very excited for that. Working from home. Did my makeup on my lunch break. I've only got half an hour left of work. And then yeah, I'm going to get going. Also, in this video, what is the day today? Today is the 27th of February. I feel like you're gonna watch this video in a couple of weeks. But yeah, in this video, I'm gonna complete 2 books that I'm reading because I want to finish them before we get on to March. So yeah, this is gonna be a week in my life. Starting off with dinner at Nobu. We're doing all right already. We're doing all right already.
Please take care of the escalators.
Guys, I don't even know if you can see me, but I'm walking. I mean, I'm like next to a roundabout. A bit confused where City Map has taken me, but we move. I think it's the opposite side. Stick with me, guys. Guys, I'm in the toilet. I have to be quick in case someone comes. But I don't know anyone here. It's going really well though, but it's not vlogging vibe, so sorry. You're just gonna have to see what I eat. It is 11:10 and I've just left. Get me home in my bed. I've got work in the morning. Can't even see me. Not me getting lost. City Mapper has just said I've got 4 minutes for the train. Not even in the station yet. Out of breath. Outfit of the day. My classic denim jumpsuit and boots. And I went to Starbucks, as I should. Good morning, everyone. Oh, just remembered that I don't have mascara on. It's because I'm testing a mascara later in the other office, so I'm looking a bit bare, especially when the rest of the makeup's on. Anyway, I'm in the office today. Molly and Tom, who won All Stars, are coming in, so I thought I'd vlog. We'll continue the vlog. Also, guys, Nobu was so nice. I brought the menu so I could talk about it. The best thing was the black cod. I've never tried black cod like that before. Best black cod I've ever had in my entire life. I don't even like cod, but that was stunning. Got my little name tag as well for the memories.
If Nelly didn't like him,
I'll be out.
Yeah.
That we've even been on it, it doesn't feel real.
Who's got blonde or silver hair? Me. It's your lucky day, Daisy. I'm so thirsty. This is my little vintage bottle from the vintage event. Anyway, I got sent some flowers that I kind of showed you guys, but how cute! Stunning, because the ones from couple of vlogs ago. FYI, I'm going to put my rings back on. They're off right now because I've just washed my hands. But I've just realised I've not got them on. Anyway, how cute are these all flowers? Stunning. And they're not in a vase. They're just in... How cute. They're just in like a little bag of water. Love that. So, we'll be putting them in my vase upstairs in my room in a bit. Gonna make the family dinner. We're having burgers and chips. Do you know what? Cheap and cheerful. We already had the burgers and we already had the chips. Went to Sainsbury's and bought some coleslaw potato salad, so we're gonna be making that. Oh my gosh. The train journey home today. Let's get cooking and we can get into it. Right, the burgers are frying and the chips are in. Oh my gosh, the train. Let me tell you right now, was sweating. Bear in mind it's February at the time that I'm filming this. When I say sweating, I mean actually, I'm not exaggerating. Generally, my forehead was wet. I could feel the sweat dripping down. I'm actually surprised there's no streak marks. It was a lot. It was a lot. And basically, I had my work bag, which was heavy. It's got my laptop in it. Then I had my flowers that I had to protect, even though half the petals are out, and I had my coat on. I couldn't take the coat off. First of all, the train was so rammed. Second of all, even if I took the coat off, I had the bag, then I'd have the coat and the flowers I'm trying to protect. It was too much. So that was an experience. Yeah, didn't love it. Let me tell you that right now. And if it's like that in February, God knows what it's going to be like in the summer. I mean, to be fair, I probably won't be wearing like a boiler suit, a thick winter coat, boots. But it was a lot. The train was rammed. And you know when you're like, am I ever going to cool down? At one point I thought, please God, can I not pass out? Has been twice, I didn't pass out, but 2 times on the train I have had to get off, breathe in the fresh air, and calm myself down. To the point where literally I was on the train and you know when your vision starts going and your hearing starts going, you're like, oh no, I'm actually going to pass out. Thank God I never have. Yeah, that was tough. So yeah, it's been a day. Dinner is finished. I mean, I've been eating half the chips and I've been starving, but we've got a little burger, we've got some chips, we've got our coleslaw and some sweet potato salad already made, obviously, because I don't have all day. So yeah, gonna enjoy this and then I need to catch up on my daily Bible reading plan. I have done my daily Bible reading plan. Also joined prayer meeting at church on Zoom. Go me. I forgot to show you guys what I got yesterday. Got a little bottle of Moet, stunning, and some champagne, hotel chocolate. Ooh, cream truffles, stunning. Remember when there were truffles in the Galaxy boxes and they got rid of them? Haters. Anyway, now my little flowers. What a cute little bouquet. Love them. They're from Grandisio, eh? Is it? I don't know. Just realised there's lots of water. I probably should be doing this in the bathroom, but we're gonna try and make this work. Oh, it looks so nice all wrapped up, but I do want to get it in a vase, so. Right, how do I keep it like this in the vase? That is the question. I forgot about the water and it's gone everywhere. My toes are wet. Okay, added a little bit more water in, but here they are looking cute. Right, I think it's bedtime. I'm knackered, the makeup's off the face from the sweat on the train. Hello everyone. Today I actually had a half day at work. It's currently 4:15. And I want to go to the gym. I haven't been to the gym in ages, so that's on the agenda. But today's actually been quite good. I had a tiny bit of a lay-in compared to when I usually work in the office, so that was nice. Did my half day and then I went book shopping, which was fun. I went to Foyles and Waterstones off Tottenham Court Road station. Big shops, let me tell you that right now. That was fun. Also in both shops, they had like a little cafe, which was so cute. Yeah, it was so good, but it was so nice to like look around at books, because I feel like otherwise There's certain things that I find to shop for online, you know, like clothes. But with books, I mean, even with clothes, it's just nice to physically be there and to see. And also with books, like you just look at the cover, read the blurb. It was really nice. And I was listening to Christine Kane's book, Don't Look Back, that I need to finish by the end of today. I also need to finish my other book, Uninvited, by today. So we've got a lot to do in the next few hours before I go to sleep. I seriously need to sort my makeup out because the skin is yellow, the face is not. I need to sort my makeup out. This is not... I'm a grown gal at this point. It's not cute. Anyway, do you know what I loved about the bookshop as well? Just picking up loads of books. Like, one of the books I picked up, the Hunger Games book, I was going to read it. But one thing about me, I'm in my saving season era. Feel free to watch my 2024 goals video. So I am absolutely going to be Googling these books on Amazon and seeing if they're cheaper. And if they're cheaper on Amazon, which they always are, I will be buying them from Amazon. A good thing about that though is that it does prevent me from just like, oh my gosh, I need to buy. Because then you have to go on Amazon and you're like, can I be bothered? Probably not, so I don't actually end up getting the book. But yeah, I didn't actually buy 2 books. Where's my bag? I do actually really want to read that Hunger Games book. Because it's been a while since I've read like last year, if you watched my books I read in 2024, feel free to watch that. There was like a couple of like fiction books. No, there wasn't. There was one fiction book, one autobiography. But I missed that. I really do want a good series. It's like a fiction. So yeah, if anyone's got any recommendations, let you go know, because the fiction book, one of the fiction books I read in January, if you've watched that video, need I say more? Anyway, I got these 2 books. The first one is called, obsessed with there being like Joyce Meyer, Joseph Prince books in London. This is London, baby. Obsessed with that. But I have loads of their books downstairs, so thought I'd read something new. This book I got, Through a Glass Darkly by Alistair McCrath. I saw Alistair and thought it was a woman, it is not. Journeys Through Science, Faith and Doubt, a memoir. And then Wicked. I'm not gonna lie, didn't even know this was a book. I literally just thought it was in the theatre and now they're making a film with Ariana Grande. Saw this and was like, absolutely, Googled it. And this was like maybe 50p more expensive in the shop. So I was like, I'll forget Amazon, I'll just buy it. And then this one, I think it was the same, like maybe 70p more expensive in the bookshop. So I thought, I'll buy it. So yeah, I got 2 new books. I mean, I literally need to finish 2 books today. So I need to just humble myself. But yeah, added to my long list of books I need to read. Anyway, let's go to the gym. It's about 4 now, by the time I finish rambling. So I'm hoping it's dead, because surely all the mums will be at home with the kids. The kids will be at home, because they're kids. The college kids, surely they've already gone to the gym at this point. I'm hoping I'm the only person in the gym and I can get there before the after work rush, so.
Last 8, 8, 7, 1, now hold that W line.
We're at the beginning and I'm already out of breath. Oh my gosh. I need to never take a break from the gym again. It's not worth it when you finally go back. I'm doing a class, by the way, by myself. Lone wolf. Done. By the way, outfit of the day, this little crop top, trousers or leggings and trainers. I'm gonna go on the running machine because I've only been here 25 minutes. So I'm gonna run for walk and run and jog for like 10 minutes and then I'm done. This weather, as you can see, is not cute. Anyway, glad I did that little workout. I was checking if I'd sweat. Do you know what? I sweated more yesterday on the train than I did today, and I'm not even joking. Got a little protein shake, $2.30. I need to just buy the actual powder and do it myself. The makeup is off. Got in the shower. Got my gym jams on. I'm about to do my daily Bible reading plan. Love that for me. Forgot to say earlier, I went shopping. Well, obviously I did book shopping, but earlier I went to Zara as well. Forgot about that. There are a few little bits in there, let me say. Tried them all on. So here I am in the changing rooms in Zara. Tried on this knitted cardigan, very cute, and these blue jeans. Love the colour of the blue jeans. Let me just start with the jeans first of all. I love the top half, but I don't know, because I think these were straight-legged and I don't really know what I want, guys, but it's not these. Something about them I'm not obsessed with, so I didn't get them. Do like the cardigan, and I do feel like this kind of design is very in. It really reminds me of like Pinterest, Chanel, 90s, catwalk. But the thread was loose, which is a bit rogue because it's brand new, so definitely didn't get it. Up next, I tried on the cardigan again. This time I tucked it in. These jeans I actually did really like. I think if the colour was different, I would have bought them. Like if they were the same light blue as the other pair, I think I would have bought them because I just love the fit. Tight at the top and at the bottom, even though they're loose, they're like oversized. So I just think it looks, this is the kind of look I'm going for. So Zara, can you get these in the light blue? Sorry, not my clothes being on the floor. Not a fan. Also, my fingers were already chipped. My nail varnish. I literally did this at the beginning of the vlog. If you watch my YouTube short, you'd know. Fuming. Next up, I tried on this tracksuit. Now listen, if there's one thing you need to know about me, it's that I love a tracksuit. I wear them all the time, literally. Sometimes I even wear them to the office. It's got to be done. They're so cozy. Wasn't obsessed with this. Now, I did like the top, and I mean, it is black, so I love that. But the bottoms only come in small, medium, large, and I would want an extra small. Like, they weren't too big, but they weren't in the size I wanted, so yeah. Also, I have decided, I think I've said this in a vlog before, but if I'm not obsessed with the outfit, I'm not buying it. So yeah, didn't buy these. Next, I tried on this dress, which is doing nothing for me. I'm really trying to test out midi dresses, but they're just not doing what I want them to be doing. The way I imagine them in my head, this ain't it. Cute colour though, but yeah, didn't get it. Wasn't doing anything for me. Then I tried this grey midi dress. Again, I'm really trying to find a nice midi dress. Again, this it wasn't really doing anything. I did like the ruche details on one side, but yeah, I wasn't obsessed with it, so I wasn't buying it. Before I get onto this dress, what's with the one hook, please? I mean, I think one fell out. Don't know. I like when there's three. One for like my stuff, one for stuff I might want, and one for stuff I don't want. Tell me why there's only one thing and my stuff is literally on the floor. Not a fan, Zara. Anyway, next I tried on this little dress. See, this was nicer. I think if it was a bit tighter, it would have been perfect. Love the colour. It's giving like bougie. You know, if you're going to like a fun event, this is the kind of dress I think I'd wear. But yeah, I feel like I wanted it a bit tight like there and then still loose on the top and kind of loose on the bottom. That would have been the dream. But as I said, I shouldn't buy clothes and have to alter them myself. Like, I mean, maybe I should actually because everyone's different. But you know, I thought I can't sew, so I'm not getting the dress. So yeah, that was Zara today. But again, it was just nice. I haven't been physically shopping since my vintage haul in like August. July, I think it was actually. It was hot, I remember that. So yeah, it was nice to, I mean, I didn't buy anything, but it was nice still. Anyway, enough chit chat. I am gonna do my Bible plan, eat, and then I need to finish these 2 books. I can do this. FYI, I am reading, oh my God, the nail varnish is just really not. Do you know what though? In the bookshop, this lady was like, not this lady, she was literally the cashier. She was like, oh, I love your nails, I love the colour. I was like, oh, thanks, they need chipping. But you know, sometimes when someone compliments you and you just automatically make it negative? I'm sure psychologically there's something there, but anyway. Today we are reading Deuteronomy chapters 10 to 12 and Psalm 56. What did we read yesterday? Yeah. So Deuteronomy chapter 10 to 12 and then Psalm 56. Daily Bible reading plan is finished. That was good. Enjoyed that. Now I think I've got like 25 minutes left of the Christine Kane book. I've got this. I've got life group in about 45 minutes. So I'm going to finish Christine Kane's book. It's an audio book. So yeah, I'm going to finish that. Then I've got life group and then I need to finish this book. It's called Uninvited. I'm on page 160 and the last page is 238. If you're thinking I can still see loads of pages, these are like scriptures and things she's kind of already gone over, so I already know. Right, it's 9:15 and I look knackered. I have 80 pages to read. Can she do it? Yes, she can. Chapter 13, Miracles in the Mess. Also, I took my nail varnish off. 20 to 11, so just under 2 hours. And I've had dinner and had a chat with my brother. But I finished the book. Great book. Really enjoyed it. Anyway, go to bed. I'm knackered. I'm going to end this video by talking about the books I read in February. So the first book I read, Do It Afraid by Joyce Meyer. Loved this book. So easy to read. One thing I absolutely loved about it is at the end of every chapter, there'd be like a little quote, little motivational quote by someone. And then there'd be like a little testimony, which was great. And one of the, where is it? It was at the end of the first chapter, it's time to make a choice. And it's so weird because I was actually thinking of like swimming. If you've watched that Cyprus video, you'll know. And then there's a testimony on it. Amazing. So yeah, just really, really enjoyed this book. There were so many practical tips in the book. You can either be yourself or who/what people think you should be. If we live in regret, we'll miss the joy for today. The quality of my life depends on my perspective. Love it. I gave this a 4-star. Definitely would read again. Probably would actually listen to it. I don't know if it's on audiobook. But yeah, now I've read it physically, I probably would listen to it. But yeah, really enjoyed. That was the first book. The second book I read, more like listened to, was Becoming Molly May by Molly May. This was so interesting because I'm a big fan of hers. I think I said this in a vlog a few weeks ago. Big fan, but I feel like you really see a different side to her in the book. Like, not in a bad way, but like she has always just wanted people to kind of talk about her, which I never really got that vibe from Instagram, YouTube or anything. But in the book she's like, yeah, I've always wanted to be very different. Like, even when she was younger and she wanted the Frankie from the Saturday's haircut, she wanted it and she was thinking like people are going to talk about it. Like, I don't know, I just didn't think she was like that, but it was interesting. She was very open and honest. It was a very easy listen to. One thing I will say that was interesting hearing her voice not be like animated, if you get what I mean. It was quite just like she was reading it, obviously. As I've said before, I personally don't reread celebrity like autobiographies. I feel like once I've read it once, I've kind of heard everything. The only one I would read again is Sadie Robertson's, because that's all about fear, not necessarily her life, even though she does talk about her life, but there's like a really powerful message behind that. I think I read that book in 2022, and the Stormzy book, that was good. But it was still a good book nonetheless. She also spoke about her mum, how her mum struggled with alcohol after the divorce and stuff, which I don't know, I just never knew anything. The book came out years ago and I still didn't know that until I listened to the book. So yeah, really good book. And one thing I really like about Molly May, even though some people have found it quite controversial, did a video on that, was her like self-belief and like you have to work hard to get where you want to go. And there are some tips about that kind of thing. Even Instagram tips, like when to post and stuff. So yeah, that was good. Okay, the next book I read was this one, The End of Spectator Church, Answering God's Call to Full Engagement by Tony Cook. This was the book of the month at church. I've said this in my 2023 roundup books video, but one thing I love about the books of the month at church is I wouldn't necessarily read them or buy them myself, but because it's recommended at church, I do read them. Always love them. This was great. Very interesting, because it talks about like, one thing that whenever I think of this book I think of is there's like, it talks about the high priest, and in the Old Testament there's a lot about the high priest and they were like the closest people to God basically. But nowadays, praise God for the Holy Spirit and Jesus coming, we don't have to rely on like one human to help us get closer to God or whatever. We can all do it ourselves. Love that. And the book really does motivate you to not be, you know, not just go to church on a Sunday, listen to what the preacher's saying and then that's it. Like, get involved, serve, do your part. We've all got a purpose in this life. God has given all of us something to help the rest of the world. Not necessarily you're going to be an influencer, you're going to be famous, but the people in your life, your friends and family, your small little circle. Did like this book, would recommend. It's just a very good, what's the word? The books of the month at church are very good, like character-wise. Like, you might not necessarily buy it, but when you read it, you're like, I needed this, you know? So, would recommend. Then I listened to Christine Kane's book, Don't Look Back. This was a great book. It's one of the, I mean, I've only read about 3 or 4 audiobooks, but we'll listen to them. But it's one of the only audiobooks I've listened to so far where it's very like animated, and I really like that, like her pace. Sometimes she'd be speaking like this and you know, it sounded more like a sermon or a podcast rather than just like reading a book. So I really did enjoy that. I nearly cried at this book. This has only happened to me twice, I think. One with the Hunger Games, obsessed. Oh no, 3 books. One with the Hunger Games, the final one, when someone dies. I'm not gonna spoil it. I mean, the film came out literally years ago, but yeah, when I read that I was like, the jaw was dropped. Let me tell you that right now. Second book, Paid in Full. We'll be reading that again this year. Wow, is all I can say. When you realise what Jesus went through on that cross, yeah, it's a lot. And then the third book, Don't Look Back. I was waiting for the train and on the way to work. This is like 7 in the morning. And yeah, guys, I had to pause the book. Like, I had to pause it, take a breath, remember my surroundings, and not cry because it was so deep. Basically, she was talking about her, like, she's adopted. I'm pretty sure, like, her mum gave birth in hospital and then the mum just walked out and, yeah. And then she speaks about, like, tracking down her mum and the phone call. And I just, first of all, it's a real life story. Second of all, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful to God that I have my family and I know my family. And you know when sometimes you just hear someone's story and you're like, oh my gosh, you're just so grateful for your life, because so many people don't even have, you know, basics like their family, their mum, their dad, yeah, so that was tough. Amazing book though. There was just so much to it, because like she'd talk about herself, but she kept bringing back Lot's wife, and she spoke about how there's only one woman in the Bible who Jesus said to remember, Lot's wife. And we don't even know Lot's wife's name. We just know her as Lot's wife. And it just keeps talking about like not looking back. And one thing that really stuck with me is she said like she never asks herself, and we should never ask ourselves, how do you feel about, and blank is usually things we need to do. So you know, like the gym, eating healthy, whatever it is, like never ask yourself, oh, how do I feel about that? Can I be bothered to wake up early? It needs to be done. So yeah, would recommend that book. The final book I read was Uninvited, Living Loved When You Feel Less Than, Left Out and Lonely by Lisa Terkeurst. Not sure. Great book though. I can't really remember why I bought this book, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I feel like everyone feels lonely every now and then. Tell a lie, this is why. Bob Goff. So Bob Goff wrote the book Love Does, somewhere on this bookshelf, can't see it. And it was one of the best books I've read last year / ever. So anytime he recommends anything, I'm reading it. And this book was great. This is the first book where I've actually, I mean, I did it literally halfway through the book, not gonna lie, but I started like tabbing it, because I'm not a highlighter gal, but I do think in March it is going to be one of the things that I try, like, because I have tried like writing in pencil, but sometimes it's not even my book, it's my mum's or brother's, and I'm just drawing in it, which is quite rude actually. But I have enjoyed this, closing them. Not sure if it's going to bother me when I read it again, but cross that bridge when I get there, to be honest. One thing that really stood out that I've just remembered is the other day when, oh, it was in this vlog actually, when I was reading this book, and then the next day or the same day, I went out to Nobu for dinner, and the exact thing happened in this book happened to me. In the book, she's talking about when she went to this event and she had to, she didn't know anyone there. And then she was sat at this table and all the other people who were sat at her table weren't there. They all just didn't turn up. And then she felt really isolated and anxious. And I think she even left early. And then she thought, do you know what, going forward, when that happens, just take a minute, breathe. Everyone else is by themselves. Have the confidence to go up to someone. So when I went to Nobu the other day, I didn't know anyone. And everyone was sat, like, what, just in the waiting room bit, because our room wasn't open yet. And all the seats were gone, so I was standing, which was fine. I had to reply to my messages because I'm not the best texter back. And then someone else came. She was by herself standing, then we got chatting. So yeah, it's just little things like that where sometimes you feel really awkward and uncomfortable and feel like no, everyone goes through this. Everyone's experience being the only person who nobody knows and you're kind of stood by yourself, like, should I have a drink? I'm feeling a bit awkward. It's not that deep. You're just out your comfort zone. So yeah, did enjoy this. But yeah, there's a lot of like practical things in this book where she talks about her personal experience and the scriptures, which is great because it backs it up. But there's even a chapter 3, there's the lady at the gym who hates me, and she talks about how she thinks this lady hates her at the gym, and then randomly one day a few months later the lady smiles at her and she's like, because she explains the story from her point of view, and then once the lady smiles at her and she realised the lady doesn't hate her, she then thought of the lady's perspective, which was interesting because we often don't do that. We usually just think how we feel and the worst case scenario, and then it's only when you realise that you took it to the limit and that's not even the truth that you're like, let me think of this another way, you know? But yeah, really enjoyed these 5 books and the 2 audio ones. Great book reading month for me. Proud of me, happy for me. Enjoyed them. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love ya, but I ain't staying here. Bye!